have to see, and we'll be seeing it shortly. Players sitting down and getting ready. You know how I know this is like a real old man game, even though sometimes younger? They're on levers. They're on levers. I've seen like one hitbox and like one pad player. Everybody else, they got 6 buttons and a dream.
Yeah, both, but they're both on a little bit on the younger side because they're repping ball tops instead of bat tops.
That is true. That is true. They're bat.
Because you go over there like where people are playing like CVS or like Marvel, like there's so many bat. You'll see more bat tops here than you'll see anywhere else.
I saw someone walking around with a metal folding chair that had a hap stick, like elastic straps to it, and he was walking around and said, "Get out of my way! My stick's bigger than yours."
Yeah, you need that extra, like stability from you need it you're like mashing out Hailstorm.
Exactly. Let's see here now. Players not going to be mashing as much as they're going to be staying pretty patient with each other. SlamTown already turning on a lot of that aggression early on. Devo now going to be matching out a little bit, but finding out these big confirms that SlamTown wasn't getting in the first sets that they played.
And I really like using Kaiten Gary, like on knockdowns like that little Billy hopping on the pole and everything to get forward. Using that to get himself in a position where, like, even if you tech roll, like, he's just already there, like, crushing you again.
Yeah, Billy does have the opportunity to reset into the neutral in a lot of situations, but sometimes, especially versus a player like Devo, that can be very scary. So just being able to keep the momentum and keep the aggression up where you can, just like at the very end, recognizing that Dave was out of pressure and not just being like, oh, let me jump and get away, let me reset the neutral, just reset it into their favor. And we'll be doing it once again at the beginning of this round.
And that's a big thing there. Once again, using that wave dash, just immediately getting Devo's face.
Good JDs from Devo as well. Had a couple good guard cancels as well, but not been able to find anything too crazy. And I think tried to hyper defense there, but didn't have the timing right.
Yeah, just wasn't ready for the cancel into SlamTown.
Great use, being able to use the overhead attack to just get over the ground fireball game from Dave as well. But that's a big counter hit, but Dave not ready for the routing.
Yeah, that was it just kind of sent that man to the moon. And in that kind of situation, you want to go with the power dunk break.
Yeah,
power dunk extend from there.
And even if you just do power dunk break into power dunk, you're going to be getting some good damage. But Dave saving it for this next hit right here, popping the level 2 as well.
Going for Trinity Geyser. Just you know what? I'm just going to spend it all, be as safe as I can, guarantee the KO.
Yeah, especially at that low of life. You're not going to. Now, that will say that he's basically only have access to level 1 through the rest of this, so you will have to be a little bit more committal. SlamTown, though, back to having level 2 as well.
I like that little counter hit confirm into Sundong Soju from SlamTown doing a really good job right now. Maximizing these light pokes when he can, but unfortunately he's getting kicked in the face.
Good tech out, though. Recognize that Devo wanted to go for run-up throw, and we'll just toss him back with their own here now. And now just the patience. Once again, not trying to do anything crazy, not trying to safe jump, just allowing Devo to do...
Had a brief sliver of SVG left, but unfortunately that kind of cost him because Devo was ready for it and just threw him.
Yeah. Good patience right here, just continuously throwing it out. Dave not even trying to JD guard cancel now or get these bigger punishes because they know they just need one more big hit like this. Reversal super, were you pressing? No, you weren't, Devo.
Yeah, Devo was real smart. Unfortunately, Choki and Senpukan isn't going to work out.
Yeah. I mean, they've been very aggressive in just throwing out close C, throwing out 2A right there. So I think it was pretty reasonable to just rip the reversal. And you're already going to be dead if you allow him to go into the strike throw setups that he's been going for. So sometimes you got to gamble with your life a little bit.
Yeah, and I really like SlamTown still keeping the aggression going and going to frame traps into close 5E because if that counter hits, you can easily you can visually confirm that into a close C for a lot of damage.
Absolutely, and not letting that those last interactions around where that didn't get into their favor. Stop them from continuing to do it. For sure that Dave might not be ready for it the next time, but Dave will be ready to drop this combo right at the very end right here and get punished with that burn knuckle whiffing.
You're not kind of like SlamTown, giving up a little bit of damage right there, trying to throw Devo into the corner.
Yeah, a lot of times, especially when you're trying to build that meter gauge early in these rounds, and you have rev gauge to spare, just not getting damage and getting screen position can be so important. Dave, though, opting to spend that meter to guarantee that round to close out as well.
Yeah, and the big thing right now is that SlamTown is not opting for air JD and things like that. So Devo's kind of caught on that. And he's just all right, I'm just going to go ahead and DP these jump ins and break it for big damage.
Yeah, and even just using his far A right there, just trying to jab him out of the air, and you're not getting any form of JD to keep some of that life gauge down. And even on the ground, JDs are only coming out very sparingly from SlamTown. here. JD's, though, coming from Davo on a lot of this pressure.
Yeah, SlamTown kind of just doing a lot of defensive jump back, jump Cs. And once again, we're seeing like a lot of the ways that like Billy can like reset pressure. And the big thing about Billy is he's not as vulnerable to being like pushed out with Rev meter. And Davo recognizing the trip out situation and close out the second match with Power Geyser.
Yeah. And you saw SlamTown had the right, like it actually messed Davo up right at the very end because SlamTown was doing a lot of just like hit into feint and resetting pressure. And Davo's rev gauge went from like 50 to 98 super quickly. So Dave was not able to get the extra EX at the very end to kill off that. So they had to recognize that that chip kill situation right there.
And once again, Davo just kind of using a lot of these like pre-buffers and the guard cancel, like on wake up. And SlamTown hasn't done too much to try to like bait those and blow them up.
Good toss back out, trying to catch him. Red blow going to connect out, but will immediately check with the shoulder tackle once again.
Good overhead.
Oh.
I did like the idea there from SlamTown, kind of like not doing the follow up to the pole because he saw that Davo was already guard JDing. I wanted to try to see if he could bait something out, but unfortunately no dice.
Dave just continuing JD, knowing like, hey, I can play lame. It's up to you to try to solve this issue because I've got about 30 seconds left on this clock.
Sitting around 15 right now. Like, there's no need for Davo to force the issue.
Oh, these aren't real seconds, by the way.
They're like what? Like it's like 3 seconds for every like 1 real second.
It's variable dependent on the second. It starts as real seconds in the beginning, but I think between 1 and 0, it's like 7 seconds.
Yeah, right now, a lot of this is just coming down to Davo just being like fully confident, and SlamTown actually finding an opportunity to get his back right now. Decent damage. Gonna go for a red line super.
Yeah,
Davo's still an SBG though.
The rev gauge was being built up pretty high for the end of that route, so I think he just recognized, okay, I need to clear it out if I have any chance to try to recontrol this neutral pressure a little bit. But Dave O confirming into the hidden gear and going to be putting them basically into like a throw and a touch or 2 touches away from death.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a guess for game situation. Throw won't KO you, so you kind of might not want to tech if he finds himself in that position.
Oh, but now it will because you were trying to zone out and you got clipped by the fireball coming through. And as soon as you try to even check if Davo was going to throw by running up, ready to challenge with the 2A, but SlamTown able to find a hit, but not able to continue it any further due to being overheated, not having any meter as well. But we'll find the final confirm. It's going to be SlamTown getting around on board.
SlamTown keeping himself alive. Davo's still sitting on set point right now to get into grand finals.
Able to find another good confirm off that crack shoot right there. Good feint as well, allowing you to take that screen space a little bit more, knock him down. SlamTown though finding opportunities to jump out, but Dave just defending. And now wild punishing with the far C.
That was a really great punish on the 6B.
It was, yeah. Oh no.
Oh, great counter confirm, and yeah, that's gonna go ahead and do it. Davo's gonna move on to grand finals and get his run back on Johnson.
That clean 3-0 showing that the first round wasn't a fluke, but Johnson did take it 3-1. Dave won the first round the last time they played, but I wonder if Johnson is going to have any new ideas of watching Dave play on that last side, being like, okay, he's willing to just kind of be like hyper aggressive versus him. So like, and he was doing that versus Johnson, and Johnson was playing like pretty safe with it. But like Hoku has like, you can just wait for them to go for like that raw random burn knuckle, and then just blow them up for EX teleport on reaction.
Exactly, yeah, EX teleport and things like that. And one of the big things is Davo wasn't showing like as much like character specific like